will keep happening till they are alive. So, supposing you stop working or your content will keep getting you money.
The estates and everything.
Which is good.
It's very good.
The lifestyles of the rich and famous, indeed.
Yes.
Speaking of the rich and famous.
Yes, indeed. So,
Indian cricket team.
Yes.
They are the rich.
They're rich and famous.
and it's the birthday of one rich and famous guy.
VIRAT Kohli.
Yes, turns 37 today. This young lad from West Delhi.
Rich and famous, one guy calls him. VIRAT Kohli.
VIRAT Kohli. The king turns 37. Yeah. The young boy from West Delhi, now a global phenom in more ways than one. So happy birthday to Virat Kohli firstly at the age of 37. Let's see. One more year ticked off. Let's see.
Yes.
How many more years can he contribute to Indian cricket?
Thank God.
More years.
He is one of the supremely fit athletes in the world. Why do you have to go in that direction? I'm saying for Indian cricket.
Let's see how long the lead up like both of us in that direction. Then you know.
What?
Where's he going with this? Where's this?
No.
He's fit, 37.
37 years young.
With, a long life, good health, great luck. Now he's almost on the verge of ending his international career.
Yes.
But whatever, so my only advice to everyone who's watching, enjoy every moment that you see of him on the field, because there aren't too many years. Maybe 2027 would be that moment after the World Cup, calls it quits. Don't know how long he'll play IPL after that, maybe a year or 2 years after that. MS is going strong.
Yes.
So he could too.
Indeed he is.
So we may get to see a few more years after that. But that will then be IPL to IPL.
Yeah. Just like Dhoni.
Just like Dhoni.
Just like Dhoni, yes.
But I think that the difference is that Dhoni can still go about it because he's not like the major contributor. He's just a finisher. He has to spend few balls. Then there's a role of him being a wicket keeper and captain. I think those things really help him continue for this long. Once you're an opening bat or a number 2-3 bat, then if you're not notching up the performances game after game, then you're pulling a team down.
Then questions will be asked.
Yeah. No, I don't think Virat will reach it. Maybe he'll call it quits before that only.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like it's tough to maintain that level if you're a top order batter and you're just there as a top order batter.
Yep.
In Dhoni's case, I don't think it impacts so much because he's like in place of Dhoni, if you had somebody else, not that he would have been a better wicket keeper than Dhoni, and then in terms of finisher would have been just about the same, 10-12 balls to play, because he now has no batting order. He'll only come when there are 3 overs left.
Yes.
Or 3 balls in some cases.
Or something like that. So I think that is the difference. So Virat will find it much tougher. But the advantage in Virat's case is, unlike MS, he doesn't have too many injuries so he can go on till
40 plus.
40, 41.
Yeah.
Misbah went till 42. I think he played.
Yeah, he did. In 2017 he was 42.
No, in 2015 also type change.
41, 41 he was. His final series was 2017.
So that's 43.
43, close to, yes.
And he was also a very late bloomer.
But my point is that you can be a top order batter and you can last.
Yeah.
But in his case, he was playing the long format where you can. In IPL T20, it gets a bit tough. Anyway, very happy birthday to Virat Kohli.
Yes.
Now, turning our attention to the format which he said bye-bye to. I don't know how many times I've said it, but I'll say it again, which he shouldn't have retired. It's the most shocking thing that I have witnessed this year.
In the year of first.
Kohli retiring from Test match cricket. I thought that would have been the last format he would have retired. Anyway, there's no point talking over spilt milk. So, point of discussion is the team that has been announced for the SA Test match. 2 Test match series. Firstly, I can't understand why just 2 Test match series. I can't understand. Like, put in another Test match and make it 3.
I mean, if you have to look at it, this WTC cycle, New Zealand are playing 3 tests against West Indies. And they're playing 4 tests against Australia. New Zealand are playing a 4 test series after 40 years.
Make a distinction between playing West Indies, who are not the kind of cricketing power that they used to be. And I agree that, it's not such a big draw. So, okay, 2 test matches. It's like a formality. You have to do vice versa, return the favor. Oh, fine. But South Africa, the current WTC champion, are coming. Why wouldn't you want to milk that? Test cricket would need, I'm sure there will be huge excitement. India South Africa Test Series, current WTC champions playing India at home. After we saw a lot of excitement in the India England series, that same team taking on the current world champions in Test match cricket. Why?
India is the most extreme. 5 tests in this cycle against England and Australia, rest all 2-2 tests.
See, I think this is also where we have to remember South Africa made it to the final primarily because they played 2-2 test series. And this is where I'll hold the ICC accountable. Why do you have this rule that it has to be of 2 test matches? If you want a championship contender, then at least let it be 3. Then at least you're also playing out a proper series as opposed to like a 1-1 draw. Imagine the test series ends 1-1. All of us will be crying out for, oh, why wasn't there a deciding test match? And we'd be well within our rights too. There should be.
ICC has other important things now, like sorting out the bans of the players. Well, the trophy come to India or not. They don't have time to be looking at what to do with test matches and why 2 test match series. By the way, that reminds me, since I'll cut back to our subject. So who's the winner in that powwow that happened, India-Pakistan? The whole hearing happened. Now the verdict is out. I mean, we discussed it yesterday. What is happening to that? What is happening to this?
And boom.
An hour later after a dugout.
Yes, it happens.
Finally, a month after the tournament has gotten over, we get to hear about punishments meted out to players. Something that is common procedure that is to be done within a day or 2 of when it happens. It's taken a month. Anyway, better late than never it came out. But my question remains, who won that battle?
India.
India won.
Yes.
Technically, yeah, none of our players got sanctioned. No?
Yeah. I mean, one Pakistan player got suspended for 2 games. We have not had a suspension. So we have won on that front.
But Suryakumar Yadav is fine.
Fine.
Everyone was justifying what he's doing is fine. Then why fine?
No, we had said it, I remember, during the tournament that he ran the risk of a fine with what he said. So I think that's fair, because if you look at what he's saying, it was pretty overtly political, if we're being fair.
It was.
There was a political element to it. My biggest takeaway from all of this is that Haris Rauf, apparently according to local media reports in Pakistan, was apparently surprised. First off, he was surprised for 2 reasons. One, that there was no talk of demerit points. Second was that apparently he was surprised that he didn't know that if he had accepted the sanction, then he would have gotten a more lenient punishment.
Which is the truth.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. My point is, how do you not know this? This is like the Pakistan team turning up to the T20.
So did he not accept it?
He didn't. That's why it went to a hearing, no? That's why the whole hearing was done. He didn't accept it.
No, a lot of times you plead guilty to the
charge. That's what I mean. Just go back in time. We've seen that release come 100,000 times from the ICC. What is it that the line below always reads? Mr. So and so or Miss So and so accepted the sanction, so there was no need for a formal hearing. He didn't accept the sanction. There was a hearing. He got a bigger punishment. Apparently, man didn't know. This takes me back to 2007 T20 World Cup. They had to do a bowl out, and then later on, Shoaib Malik, the captain, is like, "Hame to pata hi nahi tha bowl out." How do they not know the rules? They're like, we didn't know demerit points were being added, and apparently the report said it was added later on without informing him. I'm like, this is standard procedure. It's like if you commit a crime, right? If you park in a spot that you're not supposed to park in, you know that you pay a fine. It's not like I'll go park there and then someone will come and find me and be like, I didn't know there's a fine. India, of course, it doesn't happen in India. It might happen to us. We're common people.
No, common people also nowadays.
You might bribe.
Not bribe, you like. Because I see parking happens anywhere.
Like handicap spots, cycle spots, doesn't matter.
Abroad it happens.
Yeah. No, my point is that if you know there's a punishment coming, then that's standard operating procedure. I won't park my car there and then when someone finds me, be like, but I didn't know I'd be fined. Or if I jump a light and if I get a challan. Like, I didn't know I'll get a challan, otherwise I wouldn't have jumped. What exactly goes on over there? I have no idea.
But you're saying India's won.
I mean, no one's won. We've all lost. We're all big losers in this farce.
It's only going to start.
No, because the whole fight will start now. See, we got your player banned for this man. They will say,
we have our trophy.
Surya Kumar also. We were saying now what he's saying is against the spirit. See, he's also fine. Bumrah also.
Yeah, for that gesture.
For gesture.
So,
like that. This will happen. comment sections, people will
So
fight.
Saibzada Farhan didn't get fined, or was he fined after that?
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
So that's why I'm saying now. So it'll all be na.
Select.
We won. See, Saibzada Farhan didn't get yours. Captain got fine. Umrah got. Somebody will say, no, we won. 2 matches banned.
Ban.
So I want to know who has won.
See, a ban is greater than a fine when you look at it. A ban is greater than a fine. So yes, Pakistan have suffered. Anyway, with Harisov being there, it made no difference to them. They were still losing, they are still winning. It doesn't matter to them. So that's why.
The fact of the matter is we're dealing with breadcrumbs. Doesn't matter this much that, oh, this is won, this has won, this has lost. I think Shane said it best when he said that we've all lost after what happened in that Asia Cup, apart from the cricket. I think it was just not cricket, really badly managed the whole thing. And, you allowed it to get to that level and it became childish at one point. Having said that, the punishment, I think, basis on the kind of things that were done was pretty much going by norm. So I don't think anyone can complain that there was any favor to India or leniency to Pakistan or anything that way. I think they've done a good job, the match referee and whoever was part of that hearing, in meting out the punishment. I think it is quite in line with what each player did. So I guess nobody should then complain.
But then it starts again this Sunday.
Not this Sunday.
Not next Sunday.
Yeah.
It starts. Yeah. India versus Shaheens.
Also, by the way, I have to point out that this is, and we're talking about, poor relations and everything. We were talking about it yesterday. The scheduling of this tournament is next level. India-Pakistan is the only game that is being played at 8 o'clock India time. It's the only match they're playing at that point in time. Every other match is like either a 3 o'clock start or a 5 o'clock start.
There you go.
Amazing.
Now you're milking the A-level games also. So not even now main teams, A-level games. And
so
same
much
group.
Yeah.
This is like you were first milking the cash cow. Now you are milking the cash carbs also. You're not letting them grow up also. You're like, come, you do. Yeah.
No, some of them have grown up. Your captain
Your captain is 32 years old.
Some of them have grown up.
Yeah, 32-year-old youngster.
So much for emerging youngsters. So much.
Okay, Shivam, our producer, has a question that Surya had donated his match fee. Now, how will he pay the match fee fine? So now he will donate the match fee after the deduction of the fine.
Bas.
So if 30% has been cut, he'll get 70%. He'll donate the 70%.
Bas.
Good question, but I have given you your
Answer.
Okay, getting back to the test squad, the big news, 2 of them. Let's start with Rishabh Pant coming back. It comes as no surprise. He showed you in the India A game as well that he was getting back into form, and I think that was more so a formality because now it's become a norm in Indian cricket that you have to play a domestic game to show that you're fit enough and can take the load of that particular format where you're looking to make a return, and then they see you and you come back. Rishabh Pant has done it, so he's back. But while that is not surprising and that is unexpected, like what now will be the question related to that? What happens to Dhruv Jurel, who's part of your squad, of course? Now, despite having a stellar time versus the West Indies, he goes out of the 11.
It's the story of his life, basically. How can you not include a Rishabh Pant in the test team squad?
No debate about that.
Yeah.
No debate about that in test match team. But just looking at it from Dhruv Jurel's point of view.
I think he knows whatever time he gets.
Why can't you play him as a batter alongside Rishabh Pant?
Can.
For me, Dhruv Jurel has been better than, let's say,
Sai Sudarshan. Yes. That is the only way. Replace Sai Sudarshan with Dhruv Jurel as a proper batter. That's
Would they do that?
No. I don't see that happening. The amount they've defended him in public. I think if there's 2 players who have gotten a ton of scrutiny during the Gambhir era, one has been Harshit Rana and second next has to be Sai Sudarshan. And because he's been defended not only by the coach but even the captain. Shubman Gill has very strongly said that we can't judge him beforehand. He's a young player, you have to give him time. So I think he'll be given some time. If it were up to me, I think you might not have even called him up. 39 average in first class cricket, if we're rewarding with a call up, is a bit much, considering the likes of your Baba Indrajits and Aparajits or whatever, whichever one of the twins, I'm forgetting which one it was, sorry, who is averaging well over 40 this year, in like 44, 45. That makes more sense to keep in the squad rather than Sai, who you've handed a starter role, and truth be told, he hasn't really looked it yet.
See, he's hit a 60 and an 87. That 87 in the Delhi Test match, I think, saved him. That's why he's getting two more tests. Otherwise, if he had failed, see, in those flat, placid wickets in England, he failed. I mean, let's make no mistake about it. 61 runs is his highest score. Then 87 he made in Delhi. He didn't do well even in Ahmedabad. So,
no, it's not. I'm not saying a reflection of what Sai Sudarshan's last game is or whatever. Not like that. But I'm saying overall, at a larger level, I think Dhruv Jurel has shown you, and he's played more games than Sai Sudarshan so far, has shown you that he's a much better and a more equipped batter who's gotten runs also under his belt whenever he's gotten chances. So now, is it his fault that he's also a wicket keeper?
yes.
Why should that actually pull him down? Why can't he be looked at as, yes, he is of course a wicket keeper. That is an additional skill that he brings to the table. But why not
Ask him to bat left-handed.
No, but that I don't think is.
See, 1-3-5 in your India team are all
Test match
left-handed.
cricket, you don't need all that. Yeah, your best batter play. Now, VVS, Lakshman, Rahul, Dravid are right-handers. You'll make somebody sit out. No.
Because of left hand, right hand.
Left-hander. Come on, yeah.
But you know this dispensation.
No, it can't happen in Test match cricket. I'm sorry.
And I don't think it does. I remember there were
Virinder Sehwag, Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, VVS, like too many right-handers.
also.
Two players.
Also, every game I remember Sai played, he's played at number 3.
Yeah.
So regardless of whether it was a Jaiswal who got out first or a KL that got out first, he was coming out to bat. So I don't think left hand, right hand. That's thankfully the one thing that hasn't penetrated, because we know the all-rounder obsession has in Test cricket.
Yeah.
But left hand, right hand has not. So I don't think that's this thing. I don't think it's that. I think it's just that they want to give Sai a longer rope. Otherwise, if it were up to me, I think if you had to drop two batters who had bad knocks or bad times in England, I would have probably dropped Sai.
But yeah, okay. But I'm
Because
saying
Karun Nair was the other batter.
yes, but I'm saying I'm not looking at dropping him. Fine,
Yeah.
give him a long rope. I'm
Huh.
all for it. Fine, you want to give him some more time, sure, go
Yeah.
ahead. But I'm saying you're giving him more time. That's all right. But in the squad now, when I make the 11, I have a batter who's performed better.
And who's performed better against
So-
other opposition as well,
Yeah,
not just
so
West Indies.
I bring him because he then, based on the evidence that we have, gives me a better chance of a higher score. And Jurel can be brought in. He's batted higher up the order as well. If I remember correctly, I think for India A, ahead of the Australia series, he was batting at 3, and he got some runs. In fact, he was the highest run getter ahead of the BGT. So he's batted higher up the order. Get him to bat, and he has technically no flaws as such that he can't be a top order. Let wicket keeping be an additional skill. Let that not hamper his chance of not being looked at as a batter. Look at him as a batter because he's done well. So then he goes ahead of Sai Sudarshan in the line. In a scenario where he doesn't get runs, then you bring a Sai Sudarshan and no issues with that. But he should then start.
Wholeheartedly agree. I see no reason why you can't be batting him. In fact, I was calling for it even during the West Indies series. I said that if you see a Sai struggling and you need an internal solution and you say, okay, you don't want to necessarily make too many chopping changes once Pant is back, then why not push him higher up the order? It's just an easily sensible solution saying, yeah, you know what, this guy's a good batter. He's fielded in the outfield prior also. He doesn't keep necessarily for his IPL franchise. He's had a few games where he's been the substitute fielder for India. So he's not like he's a poor fielder either. Put him there, there's no problem. He's your best batter. If you're making an 11 which features your best batters right now on form, he's probably up there.
Yeah. He's played test matches where he's been fielding and not been in the 11. He should have gotten a match fee in a couple of days.
Exactly.
Yeah. 175 runs in the West Indies series for Dhruv Jurel and healthy average of 86, if I'm not 87 average. So why not?
And don't forget, he did very well in the test series which India had hosted 24-25 England. He was very good there.
His debut series.
He helped them win that Ranchi test match, which was a very pressure-filled test match. So yeah.
The other big question from the selection, the one name missing, though he's been missing for some time now.
No, Mohammed Shami. Although Mohammed Shami light is back in Akash Deep. Yeah.
No issues with that. I think he had a good England series.
Yeah. That back injury came at the worst possible time for Akash
But
Deep.
I think I'd reported from Dubai when I found out that he has been bowling well consistently, longer format. So he was in line to make a test return. No issues with that. I think he deserves that. But Mohammed Shami, what happens here? I think I don't know. Is it done?
See,
Can you see him come back now?
after this, you are playing a test series directly in August 2026. Sri Lanka, 2 tests. After that, you play in October, November against New Zealand, 2 tests. Then you play 5 tests in India, and that's the end of your WTC cycle. Now, if you're not picked now, 10 months later, what is the guarantee with such a competition between an Akash Deep, a Prasidh?
By the way, Prasidh is also out. Despite being your, he was tied in with wickets with Jasprit Bumrah in that England tour.
Yes.
Played the same amount of tests as Bumrah, had same amount of wickets.
Same amount of wickets, yes.
He's out.
He is also
without
out.
any fault of his. He goes out, so there's competition. But
Mohammed Shami heading into this particular test series, 3 matches in the Ranji had bowled close to 100 overs. Okay, 25 overs that he bowled against Tripura, a total of 39 overs that he bowled against Gujarat, against Uttarakhand, and about 29 overs against Gujarat. 15 wickets he's picked in 3 matches. And it's not as if he bowled short bursts. He's bowled close to that many overs that Jasprit Bumrah would bowl in a proper test match. Yet he doesn't get picked.
And don't forget, if we were talking about Shami, then the other thing we have to remember is that Akash Deep is technically a statemate of his.
Yeah.
And Akash hasn't been playing recently. So Shami has basically been shouldering the lead role for Bengal and has done pretty well in that role. 15 wickets in 3 matches, we're saying, is basically averaging 5 wickets a match. Just going by basic numbers.
And 33 overs per match.
Exactly. So that's fairly good. 3 matches. I don't know. Does Agarkar want to see more of him in terms of him playing more matches, not breaking down? That's the only logic I can think of. But
that can't be the logic.
yeah, but otherwise, then
And
his
if
test
you can
series is done.
see Jasprit Bumrah play sometime you've not had a full game, but he has played a warm-up match. Sometime you've gotten a KL Rahul back where he's played a match that is not even a first-class match, but a intra-squad match at the Centre of Excellence and then brought back. Then you're telling me with Shami you need to see more than what you've seen in Ranji? No, I'm not buying that. I think he's shown you enough what he had to. It's clear now that in their minds they have made it a point not to have him. I wonder, I don't know what you think, but I wouldn't be surprised that that statement he came out and gave where he said that, listen, I'm fit, I'm available. You know, if they say fitness is an issue, they have to find out now about my fitness or ask me. I've been bowling consistently. Knowing BCCI and how, you know, sensitive they are about these statements, I'm sure that has gone against him. But now, looking at Mohammed Shami's point of view, he had no other option. If he hadn't even spoken his mind, still there was no guarantee he was coming back. So I think it was still a lose-lose situation for him at that point. To speak or not to speak, somehow the kind of selection that had been happening for some time, it gave you an indication that he ain't coming back. So probably he did the one thing which he thought would set the record straight, and he spoke that I'm there, I'm fit, I don't know what they are saying, I'm bowling enough overs. Now we've seen him do those enough overs and they've not picked him. I'm very surprised. I think the only logic I can think of, there are 2. One, clearly, as has happened in the past, if you rub the BCCI the wrong way or you say something, if it doesn't go down well with them, it's tough for you to come.
It's tough, yeah.
And that, I think, has happened. And secondly, the other possible reason was that probably they thought that with his age, keeping that in mind, let's move ahead and give a youngster a chance. But in that case, I'd be okay with it if he had a dip in form or wasn't doing well. He's never had that. I still feel you called Akash Deep Mohammed Shami light, and I've praised Akash, but when you've got, you know, the heavyweight, why do you need the lighter?
The featherweight, why do you need a featherweight?
Yeah, when you've got the original, do you need the first copy? And when the first, you know, the original version is doing well, he's been picking wickets. I still feel, as you've seen in the Ranji Trophy, I still feel he has that wicket taking ability. I mean, we're just in 25, 23, that World Cup, if you remember.
Yeah, 2 years it's been.
Yeah, and he's been picking wickets whenever
he picked a 5-wicket haul in the Champions Trophy also against Bangladesh. But then see, after that it's been a lean patch, and in the IPL it didn't.
But this is not IPL. I'm okay with him not being in the T20 setup because you want a younger team, and you know you are going that way. But in Test match cricket, I think if Shami would have been there in England, who knows? or certain areas your pacers got found. You played an Anshul Kamboj at one point.
Yeah. See,
You played a half-fit Akash Deep, where the keeper was standing in the front.
Lords,
Yeah.
Either it could be an indication that the wickets that you're going to present in Kolkata and Barsapara might not aid pace that much. You're going to go with the spin-heavy attack. That is the only indication. That's why they've brought two pacers.
But you have picked how many pacers? Akash Deep, Siraj, Jasprit Bumrah.
Yeah.
There are three.
But then in the West Indies series, when you look at it, you had a Prasidh also. So that increased your pace bowling.
No, but then Prasidh has gone out and Akash Deep has come in, and your fourth pacer is Nitish. So you really haven't made that much of a difference.
Nitish, although didn't bowl.
I know he didn't bowl, but I'm saying he was
again fourth pacer.
Yeah, he was allegedly your fourth pacer who bowled 6 overs. So I'm saying you haven't really changed your number. That's exactly the same.
Yeah. So see, either I think they are going to have different pitches in Kolkata and Barsapara. I think that is only reason for dropping two pacers from the squad. I don't know in what other way can I look at it. And Shami, if he's bowling in Bengal and Eden Gardens, you're going to host the first test match. So you're shoo-in. Why are they not? I think it's the statements that he made. Those statements that he made, it's like kind of, okay, am I still the only bowler who's doing very well? There is a Prasidh, there is an Akash Deep, there is a Siraj. All of them are battling out for 1 or 2 spots only at one point in time. A Shami coming into the conundrum, he's way back in the wait list. How can he jump the queue and suddenly come back?
But no one's asking for him to jump the queue. He's played 3 Ranji matches. He's shown his form.
No, I think that statement in which he made, that he alleged of the miscommunication that has happened and all that, the fitness, they should pick me if I'm fit. I think that spoke of the fact that, okay, maybe Shami wants to be fast-tracked. That's the impression that the BCCI got.
Fast track is a youngster.
Yeah.
Shami is a proven match winner.
He is a match winner, but then what has stopped him from not making comebacks? He played only once in 2024, Ranji, and there also he lacked rhythm. He's bowled 3 here. He's looked in good rhythm. Unless the opponents that they're playing is not catching the selectors. I mean, are you going to raise people's eyebrows by playing against Tripura, by playing against Uttarakhand, by playing Gujarat?
Play the opposition that is available.
That's not his fault.
And I don't think, quite honestly, I don't think it's about the performance or the opposition. I don't think you need to judge that. When you look at and I would put him in the same category as a bowler, what he's done. When you judge a VIRAT and a Rohit or whatever, when you ask them to go play Ranji Trophy or domestic cricket, or if they'll be playing Vijay Hazare, you're not sending them to see their form. You're sending it so that they are in the rhythm and they are you're not going to judge base a Ranji game or a Vijay Hazare game whether you need to pick them or not. They say you play it, one, to honor the commitment, to keep domestic structure there, to set a precedent where others don't take domestic cricket lightly. Everyone needs to play, so you have to draw the line in the sand and keep that rule for everyone. That's why you ask them to play. You're not judging them on their performance. If Virat Kohli got out in that Delhi game, he wouldn't have been dropped because he got out in a Ranji game that early. So again, Mohammed Shami, when he came out and he needed to bowl, I would have seen how many overs he's done. He's done 30 overs in one match. He's doing, how long spells is he doing? Can he bowl 7 overs spells on a trot? How many games? Okay, 1 game he's done. Can he play another game after that? Can he play another game? If he's doing it, that is enough. No proof for me that he's fit. His quality is never under question. So, I mean, you should have looked at it. He's unfortunate, I'd have to say. As are many other players, we've spoken about Sarfraz many a time. See, without any fault of his, without really having too much of a dip in form, he's been slowly pushed out of the system only.
Yeah.
Karun Nair,
when nobody is talking about.
Karun Nair, another one.
Let's say Karun Nair, okay, I agree that you should have given him a longer rope, but didn't have the series that you want, so I can still go. In Sarfraz's case, the last series that he played, he had 100 there, and then 2 test matches he didn't do well, where nobody did well, and he's gone, out.
He was the easy scapegoat then.
Yeah.
Which is unfair.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, and I think it's for Shami as well.
For Shami, yeah. I think now the question that you're asking, is it done for him in red ball cricket? I think it is. Seems so.
Wide ball also now. Where will you bring him?
He's nowhere in the scheme of things. Now he'll have to have, the only way he comes back in the scheme of things in white ball, have a phenomenal IPL. That's the only way.
I don't think so.
And if that doesn't happen, then that's it.
I don't think so. Akash Deep doesn't get a chance to play in white ball, yeah. Where will now you'll fit him? Where?
Unless the South Africa ODIs spring up a surprise.
I doubt.
He's not going to be there in any of the games to tell you. I think he's been systematically pushed aside. There's Kuldeep Yadav there, and that takes me to the T20I series. He's been pushed aside from there. He's been sent here. And the pretext is that what? They want to see
his red ball preparedness for the South Africa series.
So see, on the face of it, many will say, okay, great, no problem. Look at Australia, na? They've let Travis Head go, Hazelwood go.
Yep.
They're also preparing for the Ashes. So what's wrong if India is also doing it? My only question on that is, okay, we could have done it with Shubman also, na? He could have come prepared for red ball. Allow Yashasvi to play a few T20 games, na? You can do it with a Rinku also.
Yeah.
If you're experimenting, let Rinku play a few games.
Although Yashasvi has played for Mumbai in this round of the Ranji Trophy. Rajasthan.
I'm just saying, you want to try. What have the team said today? What are they? They are experimenting, na?
Experimenting, yes.
Why are they experimenting?
Because Morne Morkel in the pre-match press conference, he mentioned that we will have 1-2 set combinations, but we want to try out combinations. So that 1-2 years down the line, we don't sit around and say, oh, we should have tried that, we should have tried this.
You know what I'd love to see them try? I'd love to see them try Sanju Samson in his actual position, where he was unfairly booted out to make way for Shubman Gill. Let's experiment with playing him as an opener. That'll be so nice.
My point is, you want to experiment? Fine, I take that. You want to experiment ahead of the T20 World Cup, so you know everything. Experiment a few games, bring Yashasvi Jaiswal, open, no? Experiment that bit also. What if we need him?
Yeah. Or better yet, then send Shubman to play domestics now.
That's what I said. No, prepare for red ball. While you experiment with Yashasvi also, let's see what he does in white ball. Why can't you do that, na? You can experiment with Rinku also.
Also, if you're talking about preparedness,
make him play and let's see what he brings to the table. No, experiment.
Siraj then? But Siraj is not part of the T20 squad.
I am saying it's very easy. It's very conveniently. This one we are experimenting.
The others were
This one, poor guy, got dropped. And now has been sent here so that there is no other, finger pointing. Oh, So I'm okay with preparing for test match. Then be like Australia where everyone has to do.
Yeah, and that's what has been done with the Australian team, by the way. Any player who was playing the T20Is, who was then going to be named in the subsequent test squad, which got announced earlier today, have all been told, go play Shield cricket.
Yeah.
Because they're saying, get into red ball rhythm.
Exactly.
Everyone.
Then do that, do that experiment. Your experiment should not just be limited to. Good point. Get Sanju also to open and see. That option should be open. Get Yashasvi to come open for a few games. See that option also.
Give Rinku Singh a game for crying out loud.
Give him 2-3 games.
Rinku got only one game in the Asia Cup. It 4 won you the title.
Keep that all option.
And I always say, when it goes to the big extended casualty, he's part of that. Why does he get dropped? Because you need to accommodate Gill and you can't drop your opener and Sanju. So,
as I said, 3
Rinku's
people.
The easy casualty, a bet.
3 people have been impacted with Shubman Gill's inclusion. 3. Yeah. Sanju, Rinku, and which other player is batting out of position?
Jaiswal has been.
Jaiswal, yeah.
He's not been batting out of position, he's been sent out of the squad.
Squad altogether.
See ya, lad.
Let's do those experimentations tomorrow, na?
Yeah, Gold Coast. First time you'll be playing there. So let's see how it happens.
I've never played a T20 either.
Because it's close to Brisbane, is it the same sort of pitch we're going to get? Brisbane-like?
I hope so, but then...
Soil will be the same.
Soil will be the same and it will be bright and sunny with no rain threats, luckily. So yeah.
Which can't be said about the last match, by the way.
Yeah.
There's
Brisbane,
there
is a rain threat.
In Brisbane?
63% chances. Yeah.
So tomorrow it's a must-win game.
For both, yeah. Because if you win, then you don't lose the series at all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
At max, it can be a drawn series. That's it. So, yeah.
Of course, now knowing that, Brisbane, there's a rain threat, I'd say it puts this with even higher stakes then. Yeah. Potentially if Brisbane gets washed out, then whoever wins tomorrow's match is the series winner. Because you've had 2 matches washed out, still a 3-match series.
Yes.
Can go that way also, right?
Yep. So, I think, then what all will be the experimentation, I don't know. Will you rest a Bumrah? I don't think so. Maybe you'll rest him for the final game if that happens. Will an Akash Deep come back? I don't know. That is the thing. Although Arshdeep did brilliantly in Hobart.
Yeah.
I think you should persist with him. Will Harshit Rana come back? I really don't know. All this is going to be a big major thing that we'll look at tomorrow. So yes, it's not going to be easy at this point. Okay, let's take some comments. Ashish Dhar, Shami is being left out not because of his form, because of his media interview regarding his selection. Whoever is talking outside not coming back.
Agreed, it seems like that. In which case, I feel bad for Karun Nair because then that's his career done also.
Yeah.
He also said that I was disappointed, should have been told, and followed that up, by the way, with getting a 150.
I think a double 100.
Yeah, it was a double 100.
Against Kerala, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Then Ashish, there is Deepti's performance in ICC finals, the best by an Indian player among all Indian players across men and women in 20 over and 50 over format.
Hey.
Ooh, good point.
Ooh.
ICC final, yes, definitely. A 50 and a 5 wicket haul, I think no one has ever taken.
FIFA.
No one has taken. Yeah, it is.
I was really surprised she didn't get the player of the match. Shefali got it, but I think.
But Deepti got the player of the tournament.
I agree, but still,
yeah.
Could have given her both, what's the harm?
Yeah,
both,
I mean,
yes.
there's no rule that I'm giving you. It's not like Filmfare Awards, na?
Yeah.
Best actor, popular, best actor, critics. Best actor in supporting.
Best actor jury.
Just actor jury.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at purely from performance point of view, Shefali, very close second, I agree. But FIFA.
And a 50.
And a 50.
FIFA.
In the final.
Yeah.
No one has ever done it, if you have to look at it amongst the women, definitely.
Even
It's never happened in the history of an ICC final. 50 and a FIFA.
Never, yeah. You have had a 50 and a 5 wicket haul in one league game of the World Cup, 2011. Yuvraj?
Yeah, that's okay. But I'm talking about a final.
Final, never.
Yeah.
No one.
It's true.
Yeah, it's the best by an Indian player ever. Rakesh Bhushan, tenure of Agarkar will be remembered as the worst one. Non-communicative, dropping players for non-cricketing reason. Shami, Sarfaraz, Ishan Kishan, Yashasvi Jaiswal. There is not a school where you need students saying yes to their teacher.
Though I must make a point about communicative. I think there they get full marks. They've been so communicative. They have insisted on doing press conferences after every selection more often than not. There has been a press conference. So on that front, I am saying that from experience because I have seen in the last, I think, a decade or so where communication was negligible from selection. So it's improved a lot here. Let's be factually correct here.
I think he's talking about communicating to the players.
Yeah,
but we don't know that.
Yeah.
That's again background information.
That, by the way, every time, I can't think of any time where players who were dropped were happy. They've often said that they were not.
So that, I'm dropped, let me celebrate. I don't think that has ever happened.
This is the best selection committee ever.
Yeah.
It's not an easy job, but there are certain good things they've done. We've also criticized them as today for certain decisions that they made. But I'll say certain good decisions also they've taken. They've been stern. They've not shied away from, having a word with even the most senior players, which is what you need. So.
Yeah, they've taken the hard decisions when you look at it. But Ashish Dhar is saying if GT gets Shami back, he will come back in the test team.
Very cheeky.
Yeah. I mean, look at it. Shubman.
How many people from GT in the
Shubman, Sudarshan, then Prasidh, Washington, Siraj.
Ooh.
That's 5. Then
Ashish Dhar.
Yeah.
It's very...
He's backing his thing with
I mean,
data.
15 players, you've got 5 who are GTs.
1/3 of the team was GT, yes.
But why? Why is like that? Why is...
I don't know.
Oh, captain is from there, that's why. No.
I don't know. I think, again, we always talk about, this is where then it's convenient, right? Here we're saying, the captain is a GT person. Other times we'll say the head coach is a former KKR. I think it's just what fits narratives. Because Siraj was already part of the test team for a while. Same with the Washi. Gill, obviously. Even Prasidh has been in and around the test team for quite a while. He's not gotten games, or not gotten consistent games, but he's been there. It's just, I think, now a little bit of a coincidence. Nothing more, nothing less. Actually, only Sai, who had an impressive couple of IPLs in 23, 24.
25 was his breakout.
Yeah, 25 I'd argue was his breakout. So 23, I remember he hit that good knock in the final.
He had a 96 Sai Sudarshan.
So that and then 25 obviously breakout here. I think that's the only one who I can really think of. Yeah. Which is directly impacted.
Yeah. But I think
Shivam has a comment. He's sending a super chat.
Yeah.
Producer. He says Yashashvi should play for
GT.
It's a super duper chat because it's being taken for sure, but he hasn't given us a dime.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Super.
It's a super
chat.
It's a super chat.
Shanu Kamal is saying 7 games Asia Cup, 3 ODIs, 3 T20 Oz, 13 games, 0 50s Gill. Who else can get 13 games? Well, bias GG even give white ball code, we get 13 chances or to Roko. Although technically when you look at it, there were plenty of chances for Virat in Test cricket. He didn't have a good time for 5 years, let's make it very clear.
Yeah.
ODIs, has he been dropped? No. T20Is, he retired on his own accord, isn't it? Same with Rohit. But in fact, Rohit's dip was shorter, but yet he retired.
About a year
Yeah.
at best.
Yeah, not even a year, 3 months. He had a dip of 3 months, that's it, gone.
Yeah, he had a dip, I think, in the New Zealand series.
He had a
and then
dip in
BGT.
the Bangladesh, New Zealand and BGT. 93 in New Zealand, 31 in the BGT.
Yeah.
Bumrah took more wickets than Rohit scored runs in BGT.
Jesus.
Yeah, 32 Bumrah, 31 Rohit.
Dear God.
Yeah.
You can see why it was hastened, in all
Yeah.
fairness.
Vishal Panchal, upstairs, this one.
Upstairs.
Upstairs, yeah. Selectors, yeah. Selectors and Shami's media back and forth isn't right. If they're moved on, tell him directly. He's earned respect for his service to Indian cricket.
That I agree.
That is a communication part, I think.
No, communication as in the communication at the press conferences like, oh, he's not fit, we haven't
Yeah,
seen.
we have those.
He's
vibes.
saying, I haven't been spoken to, I am fit.
Yeah.
Taken. Something is amiss now. Somebody is not telling us the true picture.
Correct.
Because now there is no issue with fitness, he doesn't get paid. So didn't say it.
Yeah, we have looked past you. That is one way I think Ajit and his committee can improve. Just tell. If you're taking the blunt decisions, go ahead and say it. No?
That's why I remember, I think Dravid was very blunt. He told Saha that he should just
Yeah.
retire.
Yeah.
Because I'm not looking at you in the future. I mean, at least communication. No, he said you should not. He didn't say you can retire. He said it's entirely up to you. You continue, but I just want to tell you that maybe we've gone past and we'll be looking at.
Which is
so
fair.
the picture is clear because sometimes you keep trying. My name will come under false hope. So he's made it very clear that. But yet you still love domestic cricket. You want to play? Go ahead, play as much as you want.
But don't expect an India call up.
India call, yeah.
Unless.
Ha.
Yeah.
So slightly up.
That's
Vaishak.
fair.
Vaishak Chin, I don't know what, but Vaishak, whatever. Click on it, please. Never mind. Vaishak says, do we really need an all-format captain? India dips in tests after every World Cup win. Better to keep captains competing, keeps everyone hungry. I agree with that too. I don't like this one format thing. It's very. It takes me back to the days of again Virat, Rohit, and then putting that unnecessary pressure on them. And oh, you have to be playing all 3 formats. I think we need to move past that. Yeah, even with Dhoni. Dhoni, I think, was the most reluctant Test captain India's ever had.
Yeah. It
So
was-
and that also was because you lived in that era that we have to have one captain. Keep 2 captains. Keep a separate white ball captain. Or as you have right now, see even Sky. How long is he a captain for? Let's be frank. After the World Cup, he's done and dusted. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Keep 2 captains. Why do you need 1 captain?
Yeah.
We had 3.
Yeah, you had Rohit in ODIs, you had Shubman in Tests, and you had Sky in T20s at one point in time. I'm okay with that.
And this goes so against Dhoni's thing that you cannot have multi-captaincy in India.
That's okay. He's entitled to an opinion.
Somewhere down the line, I think he said it looking at the way how the system is in India.
I still think that if you have 1 captain across formats, you're asking for trouble. There'll be a dip in one format.
I think just for the sake of having 1 captain in all format, you're sometimes compromising the performance of that.
Yeah.
You can only have 1 captain in all format if he's the sure shot guaranteed starter, without anyone raising a finger whether he should be in the team or not. As soon as you have, let's say, 1 captain, will do it. I mean, you could have done it for a for a Virat Kohli, I agree, because he was a sure shot starter in all formats at one point. And so if he is your captain, agree. I'd say ditto for Rohit as well. Second coming in Test match cricket when he became a much better Test batter before he became captain. Agreed. Sure shot starter.
Yeah.
But is Gill that now? He's not. Not for me in T20s. Not at all.
Rakesh Bhushan is saying, Virat, Ashwin are right. You need to have 5 test centers to have that home advantage. Indians are playing for first time in Barsapara. Will be home ground for India. Purely for voting reason, they're making all associations
Yeah,
happy.
but I mean, if they're playing first time in Barsapara, doesn't mean that Assam is suddenly going to start cheering the South Africans.
That can happen only in Kolkata. You don't know.
I remember why, and the reasons for that are very, very different.
Yeah.
It's a very whole different story.
2005, who can forget? Whenever India was scoring, there was silence. When South Africa hit, there was cheer.
Slightly higher. We missed a few. Loads
Some of
actually.
the soil wasn't there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oof. Those
Zara
were the...
himself wasn't there. Go higher. We've missed a... Yeah. This is where we were. Rakesh Bhushan again saying, why was Abhishek Nair dumped as GG's assistant? Is the report that he and Sarfaraz were leaking news on behalf of Rohit? How true is that? If not, then why is Sarfaraz paying so heavily?
No, it is, I mean, again, it is not on behalf of Rohit or anything, nothing like that, I don't know. But yes, this I have confirmed earlier that there was a review meeting that happened after BGT where it was alleged that these two have leaked the news. I don't know whether it's true or not. That this was alleged is true.
Yeah.
But did it really happen or not? I don't know whether they had an inquiry or found out the reason. But yes, it was alleged, and these two players, their names were indeed
One
taken.
coach and one player.
Yep. Go down.
No, in fact, their names were taken, not just as a coach and a player. Yeah.
Yeah, esteemed panel, have you all...
Clearly, it is, they've had to pay the price for this.
Yep. Correct. Esteemed panel, what have you all planned for the celebration of Manpreet Singh? He's about to make history at Aslan Shah Cup in late November.
Yeah. We'll do something, Siddhant, don't worry.
Yeah.
We follow Indian hockey a lot as well.
Yes.
Manpreet is a amazing player, former captain, bronze medal winning captain, and then a member. And Aslan Shah will be special for him. His better half comes from that same country.
Yes.
So he'll do much better.
At one point, it was the most celebrated hockey tournament.
Yes, it was.
Sultan Aslan Shah.
Malaysia used to trouble us.
Yeah.
So
in
much.
that.
The Kookaburras also, Australia.
Yeah, no, they of course, but I'm saying, banana peel game used to be
Malaysia or South Korea?
South Korea always good.
Yeah.
And so was of course the Kookaburras, but Malaysia would be far behind you in the ranking or something, and come Aslan Shah, one game.
Yeah.
Upset you.
Sultan Aslan Shah. What a tournament. I think that got omitted because of the Pro League.
Johor Bahru is the place where they.
Yeah.
Johor Bahru.
But Sultan of Johor is for the junior team.
Yes, but that area is called where
Johor Bahru,
where the stadium is.
Yes. Yep.
Vishal Panchal saying Nitish's test role seems unclear. In Sena, his part-time bowling might help, but in India, pick a pure batsman if batting depth is the goal. I agree.
We have been screaming our lungs out. Vishal, you are a regular watcher, you know exactly what we've been saying.
Yeah, exactly. Steve Ticolo. Although I don't know whether should we take that or not.
I don't know who he's talking about.
We are blessed to have a captain who dances long posts for marriages but never congratulates India on any achievement. Sad to see celebrity dance for money.
Who?
I don't know. So, I mean, in terms of captains, if I see only there are three that you can talk about, three or four, like there's Virat, Rohit,
Maybe Dhoni.
Shubman.
Maybe Dhoni. He's spotted dancing in marriages, right? As in not for money per se, but he's in some person's wedding ceremonies and he goes dancing, but he never really...
But I mean, in Dhoni's case, he's just
an
been
absolute
away
recluse.
from social media per se. Yeah, he doesn't...
Which is why long post, I think he is.
Yeah, Dhoni seems likely. I mean, and see, that's his prerogative. He doesn't need to be posting on socials just because.
He just doesn't put anything on
Anything, yeah.
other than...
Consider me retired 1929 hours 15th August 2020. Yeah.
That was such a free Independence Day, and then
Yeah. Harsh Rao, Shami not in Bengal squad too, doesn't make sense.
Ooh.
But he was there for the first 3 rounds. Now I don't know what's happened if he's not there in the other rounds as well.
Maybe he knew he's not going to be picked now, so he said,
Hell with
forget it.
Dikshita Singh, Greg played SRT at 4 in ODIs. We have a Greg-like coach and SRT like Virat. Do you see GG throwing Virat to number 4 in ODIs was SA with Iyer out? YBJ opener Gill 3. Will be worse call as Kohli's best ever number 3 in ODIs.
No, I think that will make no sense. The likelier thing is you'll just get in a like-for-like replacement at 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's unlikely. Although I do see there's a lot of parallels nowadays people draw between Gotham and Greg. The two Gs.
See, I saw everything that Greg Chappell did quite closely because I traveled for majority of those stores. But for all the hate and flack that he got, so many of the concepts actually he introduced, which now we have all embraced. For example, he was of the opinion of multi-dimensional players. He was the one who said players should have that secondary skill. You know, he would try to get players with secondary skill like Irfan and all involved. Two, he was the one who said let's not have fixed batting position.
Yes.
You should be flexible. Batting should change. If you need a left-hander, he'll come in. You have to surprise the opposition team. But we, in those days, it was, you know, blasphemous if you moved Sachin Tendulkar from his spot or Saurav Ganguly. I mean, they were such big names. So it did feel a bit awkward, and I'm saying it myself because we were so not used to anything like that in cricket, and we would be also like, how dare you do that? You take offense to it. But I'm saying everything that he preached at that time is where international cricket has gone now, especially white ball cricket. So I think he was ahead of his times. Just that he was very Aussie-like and didn't mind mincing words. Let's take Saurav Ganguly as an example as well. There was a time where there was a dip in his form and there were questions over his batting performance.
Yeah.
I don't think an Indian coach would have had the courage to say that, listen, you know, we need to change the captain because the captain has to guarantee a spot in the team or something to that extent. Now maybe Indian coaches can do that. Things have changed. Indian cricket has changed. Those days, nobody did have the courage to do that, right? So I think he was doing many things which are happening now.
I'll give you another example. There was the story had come out recently. I remember Chris Broad's comments where he said that, you know, there was pressure put on us because find the time because it's India. And at one point in time, Ganguly actually did end up copying a ban. And I think that time it was Dalmia who was probably the ICC president. And Dalmia told Greg Chappell that we can get the thing rescinded. And Greg Chappell, the beacon of fairness that he was, said, no, please let him serve his time. And that's not wrong. See, of course, we can also speculate and say maybe because he had an axe to grind with Saurav that he was okay with it. But the fact that he chose not to then use that.
But though that may have been the case as well.
Very well, it could have been the case. But yeah, you're talking about that. It's not only that. Even some of the things he said where, you know, it's not just him. Rather, Buchanan and his whole multi-captain theory. And I remember that time period very vividly because it was second season of IPL. KKR had a rubbish year. And the whole debate was what sort of multi-captain theory you're talking about for two reasons. One is because Baz McCullum captained the entire year and we were woeful. I was down to the squad build as well. The second was the whole thing was multi-captaincy. He didn't mean that you will have multiple captains throughout the year. Even there'd be multiple leaders in the team. Isn't that the case now? That was also ahead of its time. And that was 2009. It's now 2025. And everyone says, oh, there are multiple leaders. There might be a fielding captain. There might be someone who leads the bowling lineup. Someone who's the overall captain. That's happened. That decentralization of power from the captain is now extended to the coaches. Yeah. So it's happened. He was a little ahead of his time.
Yeah. Steve Ticcolo, one of India's T20I openers is failing. So why not prepare a backup? Backup is not even in squad. Highest wicket taker is sitting out. But Gill is guarded. Oof.
No, but I made that point earlier.
Yeah.
Experimentation, I gave many options. They're not experimenting with that though.
Yeah.
You don't even need a backup, by the way. You just need to push the original back into his spot. Again, hashtag justice for Sanju.
Rakesh Bhushan, Nikhil, there are press conferences agreed. Are the replies given correctly? For the heck of a presser, don't do that. Shami is transparent that selectors have not touched base with him and he's fit. Whom do you trust?
No, for Shami, I think we did make the point that the communication wasn't great, but I think by and large, other things have been addressed in the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Quite honestly.
Although he follows that up with another comment saying, Mohinder Amarnath once said, selectors are a bunch of jokers.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he still holds true. His opinion, by the way. When is Agarkar tenure ending?
No, his tenure was over. He's gotten an extension.
Yeah.
I think it
27 World Cup.
No, I don't think it is that long an extension.
Oh.
The World Cup,
it
maybe?
was an extension by a year, so it will be
T20 World Cup?
This cycle, season.
March 2020.
6.
T20 World Cup period
Maybe.
Okay.
Vishal Panchal says, we bash superstar culture, but let's be honest, BCCI and sponsors need one for marketing. With Rocco now gone, Gill has been pushed to be the new poster boy.
I really don't know about. See, these are all theories which are being peddled on the fact that why is there unnecessary hate for Shubman Gill? It's not as if, okay, you're looking at him as an all-format captain. I think you have to give him a bit of time. I think you'll have to. But then I think time is the only thing that goes against. So yeah.
Well, up. I think we may have missed one, or did we? No,
we took that. Yeah.
Oh, Steve Tickler quoting what I'm saying Dhoni was the most reluctant Test captain. Amarnath wanted to remove him in 2011, but he hung on by getting Srinivasan to sack the selector. Funny. Do we know that Dhoni asked Srinivasan, or did Srini take that call on his own?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Steve Tickler's first comment.
No. So yes, this is true.
It's true. I'm saying that Dhoni asked Srini, or did Srini take that call on his own account?
On his own.
Exactly. So my statement still stands. Yeah. Dhoni was a reluctant Test captain. He was.
Yeah.
No, reluctant. By reluctant, it doesn't mean that he was not happy to be captain. By reluctant, I guess he was not a happy chappy while he was captaining a Test team. I mean, reluctant as in, I'm sure he wanted that position. Who doesn't want it? So reluctant in the sense, I think he was not totally clued into the format. I don't think he was as serious about winning Test matches, Test series, or as driven as, let's say, a VIRAT was. But ODI, a white ball, Dhoni was a different beast.
White ball, I think, was his bread and butter format.
Correct, because he excelled at that. Yes. He just it was his, natural habitat.
The greatest.
Very good at.
Yeah.
And in Test matches, he wanted to be captain and he tried his best, but I just think it wasn't his natural habitat being there.
Although, if you are a reluctant captain, you once took them to the number 1 ranking.
Yeah.
In 2000. Plus, you won in New Zealand a series.
You won that. But I'll tell you one thing is, I don't know, forget it. Certain things I should not mention. Not everything.
Maybe off camera.
Yeah.
In fact, Mr. Tickler's back
I was
saying...
there on that.
New Zealand tour, yeah.
So, Mr. Tickler's back saying that there's a public photo of a journalist having dinner with Sarfaraz in Sydney 2 days after articles were written that the youngster was feeling lost on tour. How much more evidence do you need?
I mean, maybe it doesn't. So, my point is what? Why are you shooting the messenger as well as the person who's in a grief party? If he did feel lost on the tour, rather than addressing that, you are firing him for sharing his insecurities, sharing as has been. It's not just that particular journalist or incident. I'm not even dwelling into that. Now it's common knowledge. A lot of us know that he did not even get enough net sessions there, had no clue what you're going to be doing with him, was landing up there. Nobody spent time with him. Nobody even asked him that you have to bat, not bat. People who were playing came, did their nets, you would wait. And then if you wanted to bat, you could bat. The rest of the team would be happy to leave. So I think, and then he doesn't even know what he's supposed to do in the practice, so that are you looking at him, not looking at him. Some sort of a conversation would have helped. I just think he shared his insecurities. And if he was feeling like that, I think we need to fix the problem and not shoot the person who's coming out and expressing that problem. It's like I go ahead and I am pointing out that this Sarkari office has corruption. Instead of fixing the corruption, you're shooting me. Why did I tell everyone that there is corruption?
Yeah.
Abhishek Dhar saying,
Ashish
Dhar, sorry. Don't be surprised if Shah Rukh Khan debuts for India soon. Of course, he's referring to Mohammed Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah.
But where will he get a chance?
No, he's just being sarcastic. There's no way. I don't think SRK even plays much domestic.
Oh, no.
GT.
Of course. I got that. I'm saying his tongue-in-cheekness. I'm not even sure if SRK plays much red ball cricket. Tamil Nadu.
He may talk about
white ball.
White ball though, yeah.
It's not written anything.
Oh, good.
Okay, last comment that we'll take. Rahul Dravid says the major problem which we are not considering if all possible 2023 World Cup player want to play 2027 is fielding. There will be 5 37 plus and 5 more 34 plus if we consider Varun and Akshar even more. No young legs. No, we're not talking about, when we were talking about Shami, I don't think we spoke about white ball. I think that probably you have to move forward, but we were talking about red ball. And whoever you're talking about in terms of 37 plus, certain players, I mean, amongst the ones that you've named also have been much below 30 also and have struggled. Certain players like Virat Kohli even 30 plus 37 would be fit as a fiddle and running around. So. Okay, Indian supporter says, I have chaired women's cricket equally. Can I say that
Player of the tournament.
fantastic performer Deepti needs to up her fitness? Or will the feminists bash me for saying this? No, you have all the right to criticize.
Yeah, but I'm not sure in what sense. I think Deepti is a fairly fit player, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying I agree with you, and I think a cricket fitness is absolutely fine. She's a gun fielder as well.
Yeah.
Gun fielder, good bowler, batter. But I'm saying if you now, like so was Sarfraz, I don't think he was bad in the field, but you came up with this that he needs to lose weight. Let's say Rohit Sharma.
He was cricket
Cricketing
fit.
was fine, but now
Yeah.
you've had to. I'm saying if you extend that, and if you're going to scrutinize a men's team, you celebrated the women's team, you can do that.
That's fair,
No
but I
harm.
also will point out that I think the comparison, like you're comparing UV, for one, I think in hindsight we all knew that was a bad example to take, considering what he
It
was
was
going
ill,
through
yeah.
during that tournament.
yeah,
And second
very
is that you can't compare the women's game to the men's game. That's one thing I really want to see. Eventually we move past this thing of the men run this fast, so why can't the women? Genetics and everything are still wired differently. You need to treat women's sport, and I'm saying sport, not just cricket. Women's sport is women's sport, men's sport is men's sport. Don't compare the two. And that's me being very respectful. You have every right to ask a question, and I'm also giving you very honest feedback. I'm someone who also started properly watching women's sport when I became a professional, and it took me a while to honestly make that tuning in my head, saying that no, they're not going to be running the same way, or the actions are not going to be the same way. Nothing is going to be. You have to treat it as a separate entity.
Yeah.
Okay, final comment of the night. This comes from Sachin Kashyap. He says, why Shami ignored. Can't understand what he needs to do for a comeback in the team. Winnie was upset with Shabi thoughts about yesterday's match.
Of course, Vinny was upset with Xavi because Xavi is a manager who actually calls people out for their.
He was upset in the Classico as well.
And was publicly saying it's better I leave and this and that and.
But then you gotta follow what the manager says. No matter.
And Vinny, sadly, his reputation has fallen so badly ever since that Ballon d'Or, his quote unquote snub. He said, 10 times the effort. He's been useless ever since. He's actually been useless ever since.
Answer his first question, Siddharth, before we wind up.
Yeah, freaking awesome Hussain.
Arey Baba, Sachin Kashyap ka first question.
I mean, why Shami ignored? Can't understand. Again, we mentioned it. You bowl 100 overs in 3 games in the Ranji
What does he need
Trophy.
to do to make a comeback? That is his question.
Play for GT.
And on that note,
Exactly.
I disassociate myself from anything that Siddharth has said today.
He's done what he had to do. But I don't know what more the selectors need from him.
now I don't think it's anything more in his hands, unfortunately.
Yeah.
On that note, thank you very much. You guys take care. Bye bye. Good night. With that, another edition of the Dugout comes to an end. Tomorrow, we're going to be live mid-innings as soon as India has batted or bowled, whatever. It's a crucial game, remember. Series decider because whichever team wins can't lose this series then.
Yes.
So,
And there's a rain threat for Brisbane.
Yeah. So maybe this could be deciding the winner as well.
Yep.
This result could tell you who wins the series. Very crucial game. Let's see if that experimentation continues with everyone. We'll be live on Sports.ray. Look forward to your company then. Plenty other videos up on the platform. Do check them out.
Yep.
From all of us. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.
Nandri, Vanakkam, Shubhratri, Shabba Care, eat your vegetables.
Don't trouble your mother and subscribe to Sports Today.
Bye bye.